Welcome, everyone. It's Chris Gore from Film Threat. Happy Friday. We are already experiencing technical issues, so bear with us. So much to talk about on the show today. We've got news, lots of news, more about RDJ and Dr. Doom. We've got the Skeleton Crew, the new Star Wars series on Disney plus reviews of Trap, The Duel, Harold and the Purple Crayon. What is this? Man and Witch, The Dance of a Thousand Steps. I saw that one. Kneecap and more. Alan is here waiting in the wings. So why don't we start the show? We just need to start the show. Let's go. Let's get things kicked off. Come on. Yeah,
Alan!
What happened to music?
Yeah, it didn't play at the beginning. I don't know why.
Okay.
I have no
I know
idea
you played
why.
it. I knew you played it.
I pressed it. Something's wrong with StreamYard.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. We have so much news. It's going to be a fast and furious show today. No special guests, no interview. We've got news at the top. Around 9:30, we'll get to our reviews of Trap. You saw Trap last night,
Yeah.
Alan?
Yes.
Don't say it.
Trap. I saw Trap.
I have thoughts here. I have thoughts.
Let's just say I
Adjusting
saw
my
three
lighting.
movies. I saw 3 movies yesterday, and it was a chore. It was a chore to get.
Yeah,
through
last
that.
couple days I've been seeing way too many movies, but let's see who's here. We'll get things started. That's your cue, Alan.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting the show prepped here. Okay, Goober. Hey, Goober. Having not seen any Star Wars for some time, Empire Strikes Back 4K was just great.
What do you mean doing prep? Prep is what you do before the show.
Yes, but I saw 3 movies last night, and I didn't get home until 1. And then I had to write a review for one of those this morning. And now
No, it's all good. I'm just saying the prep is before.
Yes.
I can't, because these aren't labeled, I can't see what these are. Alan, you gotta okay, that's not that.
Yeah, if I had time,
You label.
I was busting my ass all morning because I had
Here's what will help me. Label the names. Just name it real quick. Then I'll just see it.
You know how
I can't
hard it
open
is to
the
get picture
every time. Yeah, it's called show prep. How do you think I line up the interviews and do all this other stuff?
Yeah. And I do nothing. I have a website to run.
I'm not
Do you know
saying
how-
nothing. I'm not saying you do nothing. I'm saying
right.
help us. I'm trying to help us. I love that.
I literally have an hour and a half to prep and have breakfast and get ready for the show.
Oh my God.
This is the thing. It's like because these studios decide they're going to release their movies Thursday night, and then you watch 3 of them, you don't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And let's just say there was a boxing match I wanted to watch this morning.
Well, yeah. Let's go through these real quick. We got stuff to do.
Yes, from Dilip Vasudevan. You became a member. Hey, welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. Join Alan on Discord.
Yes, and Chris will show up once
One day.
once a quarter.
Yeah.
Bear down, Adam. M. Night is one of my favorites. He for sure has some stinkers. Even in those films, there's still an element of originality and him going for something fresh.
Here we go.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Atomic Glory, we got news up the wazoo and also the reviews.
Yeah, that's true. Atomic Glory dropping truth bombs in the chat. And also remember, Lord Thoth is here.
Yes, Lord Thoth commands you to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Otherwise, your doom is impending. So sign up as a member. Join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. Buy our merch at shop.filmthreat.com.
And there's some of the merch. So I think this is officially the last day.
Yes,
I mean, because we're
day.
going to retire that funeral shirt.
There will come a day when it will actually be the last day.
No, I'm serious. So, and by the way, all of our shirts, all of the Film Threat shirts, pure nudity on contact. That is a fact. So I didn't know if you knew that, Alan.
I did know that, and I have received confirmation that yes, today is the last day.
Today is the last day for the funeral shirt. So it's a funeral for a franchise and the mug. After midnight tonight, they are gone. That's it. So go to shop.filmthreat.com and check those out. All right. We have a lot of stories before us, news stories. So let's get to it. Let's get to it here. Yeah. Yes, I'm not doing show prep.
Yeah.
I'm just finding the thing. Here we are. Harrison Ford on playing Red Hulk. A lot of people have asked, was he like doing the mocap? I don't know about that, but here's what he has to say in this story. Harrison Ford says Red Hulk acting in Captain America 4 required not caring and being an idiot for money, which I've done before. I don't mean to disparage it. This is from Variety. That's the headline. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So can you read this, Alan? I made it big for you.
Oh, thank you. That's what she said. Speaking to Variety's Angelique Jackson on the Marvel press line at Comic-Con, Ford wisecracked about the motion capture process required to turn him into the Red Hulk by saying, "What did it take? It took not caring. It took being an idiot for money, which I've done before."
That's crazy. Well,
it's all headline. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of nuts that way. Like, I think that, like, look, he's a guy that I think he does care about, like, his image, his career, and whatnot. He cares about that. Mm-hmm. Wait, I have to.
Well, I mean, he's gotten to that point where, he's very self-aware, and I think you get that in not just the interview for Captain America, but for roles in the past recently. That I think he's just looking for the paycheck and a modicum of fun.
Here's more to the story if you would read it, Alan.
Yeah. I don't mean to disparage it, Ford added. Yeah, he did. On a more serious note, I'm just saying you have to do certain things that normally your mother would not want you to do, or your acting coach if you have one. But it's fun, and I enjoyed it. I had a great time, and I'm delighted at the response that we got with the trailer.
Yeah.
I mean,
keep going right here.
Okay. Ford embraced motion capture technology to play the Red Hulk in Captain America: Brave New World. And after dabbling in de-aging technology on Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which used visual effects to make Ford appear decades younger, and then Anthony Mackie, who's headlining Captain America 4 in the title role, told Inverse last year that Ford was a huge motivator on the film set. He's Harrison fucking Ford, Mackie said. There is an aura about him, but he dispels that really quickly because he's such a cool guy. He's everything a movie star should be. He would say, "Let's shoot this piece of shit." And everybody around him, "Yeah, let's shoot this shit."
That's great. That's great. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, you and I, you've seen the trailer they released. Mm-hmm. I saw the extended during Comic-Con at the Hall H panel. Yeah, I think he has the right attitude. I think if you go in with way, way, way low bottom of the barrel expectations, it'll still be bad. But you might have a good time. You might
Yeah.
actually have a good time.
Well, let's be real. I mean, this is my problem with all these presentations. They're all staged. Everyone has to be nice to each other. Everyone's saying what you have to say. Oh, the crew was amazing. You know, my cast members were awesome. We fed each other from a dramatic standpoint. They just, you know, it's like a Bull Durham. You know, you answer questions a certain way all the time. You're just not gonna get any honesty in on the Hall H, on the stage at Hall H, and you're not gonna get honesty on the press line either.
Somewhat related to this and more Marvel news, Ryan Reynolds quote tweeted Jamie Lee Curtis, who made comments about how bad Marvel has been lately. And Jamie Lee Curtis says, my comments about Marvel were stupid and I will do better. I've reached out to Kevin Feige and will no longer play in the mud, slinging a slinging sandbox of competition we call the internet, nor will I engage in the toilet paper promotion or gameplay that is designed for clicks, not content or conversation. And Ryan Reynolds quote tweeted her and says, wait, is everyone expected to apologize for slamming Marvel post Endgame? He's got the right attitude. He's got the right attitude. So kudos to Ryan Reynolds. He'll have the #1 movie again this weekend. I mean, this movie could be inching towards closer to $1 billion by Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Probably getting to 700 million. Who knows? We'll talk on Versus on Monday.
Yep.
But
yeah, I saw it again this week.
You did, and
well, we saw it in 4DX. It was drenching. Let's put it that way. If you're familiar with 4DX, it's the motion seats. It's also environmental, meaning they squirt water on you, and so anytime there's blood splatter, you're gonna get wet. The scene where Wolverine is crucified on the X, it's raining, and guess what?
You got rain down
on your seat. It was raining on your seat, and it was raining. And then if you have back problems, do not see Deadpool and Wolverine on 4DX.
I plan to.
Yeah, there are fight scenes. I'll also say the ending. You get jolted around a lot in this movie.
All right, let's go to comments here.
All right, Chadman for two British pounds, real money. Hope you guys are well.
Thanks so much, Chad, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Rodney McKay, I hope they didn't make him twerk in mocap with Meg the Stallion.
Yes, definitely not.
I hope they did. Razorburn, how many times Harrison Ford was stoned in this trailer? LOL.
Well, he was stoned at Hall H, I can promise you that.
Spidey Sensei 72, and this is why Jamie Lee Curtis made her apology to Kevin Feige. She wants some of that MCU money.
She was promoting Borderlands and made some disparaging comments about Marvel. Who cares?
Did she make
Marvel can take it.
From what I understood, someone asked her a Marvel question and she gave a one-word answer, and she has to apologize for that.
People make too much of it.
Yeah. I mean,
let's go to the next news story. We got stuff to talk about.
Yes.
There's a lot of news around RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. And I like it. Here, look, there's already an action figure. I'm the dude who's now playing Doom. Used to play an Iron Dude. It's a desperation move action figure. I like it. But seriously, someone made a really impressive, we're going to watch it right now, Black Panther trailer starring Black Robert Downey Jr. I'm not kidding. We are going to watch it right now. I might mute the audio a bit because I don't know if the music is copyright or whatever, but we are going to watch this. It's AI generated, obviously, but it's about 1.5 minutes and it's really good. All right. I'm going to start this here. Here we go.
In the face of loss, we are told to let go. find a new path. Some people move on, but not me. In my absence, darkness has crept into our home. But the Black Panther is eternal. What do you need, you people?
Oh, that was great. That was great. Oh man. Oh man. I like the AI stuff. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it's like AI is like video versions of memes. That was a meme immediately after Robert Downey Jr., was cast as Doom. It was like, wait a second, he could play other characters. And this came out. What'd you think?
That was funny. That was so wrong. It was great. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you want to watch Tropic Thunder again. So there you go.
And I just like stuff that pushes the boundaries, tries to cross the boundaries, and keep doing it.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Couple quick comments here, starting with John Thomas.
John Thomas for 10. Hail Frank Gore, Ing the Merciless. What did you think of Man and Witch? Enjoyable, funny, decent plot, well acted, good dialogue. Just one eye roll moment when the princess married her maid. Well, spoiler there.
We will review it. I went to the theater to see it. I will get into it.
Yeah, we're good.
Later, we'll get into it, but it's a authentic throwback to 80s fantasy films like Neverending Story and stuff like that. So there's a connection too. The woman who played the princess in Neverending Story, is in this movie and produced it. So yeah, it's also really for kids. It's definitely for kids. So, but I didn't hate it, but I don't know if I really loved it. That's pretty much right.
Yeah, save it for the review.
I have more to say, but we'll get into it.
Okay.
Quick comment here.
Benjamin, he's a dude playing a Panther dude.
That's right. That's right. All right. Another news story here. It's happening at a weird time. Squid Game has announced its season 2. They did a trailer, which I would show, but Netflix copyright claims everything.
Yeah.
Here's a visual.
Oh.
And I saw the teaser is like under a minute. It's just music, swelling music, image of that like doll like thing that will kill you, and cuts to a date. Season 2, which it says, it's really weird in the promo, it says it's the final season. They're doing one second season only. That's it. And it comes out the day after Christmas, 12/26/2024. You can see Squid Game season 2, the final season. So we will see the continuing ventures of Master Soul. Osha. I feel a connection to you. Osha.
I love.
Look, I like that actor. I can't wait to see. I don't know where they're going to go with it. I actually hope none of the characters from the first season are in it. I want a whole new group of characters and stories. I feel they wrapped up season 1 perfectly. I don't think you need a season 2 of Squid Game. It's really one of those rare, like, that was an amazing experience. I don't want more. Leave it that way. So they have dropped the gauntlet and said, look, this is it. Final season. One more story to tell. Maybe some of the characters from season 1 make a cameo, but ultimately I want a new tale to be told.
You want a brand new crew,
or even a different side of this story. So I'm looking forward to it. Look, I'll probably binge it in a day or two when it comes out. Putting that in my calendar. Alan, thoughts on Squid Game?
I didn't see season 1.
So you have no thoughts.
I have zero thoughts. My mind is a blank. I know nothing. Okay, Glenn, clip that. Clip it. Put in your little videos. Glenn.
Oh my God. No, I can't wait. I watched season 1 twice. I loved it. On second viewing, it holds up, and you notice so much more. I just really enjoyed it. From the music, the design, the acting, the getting you to care about all these characters and their backstories. It was just phenomenal. So I'll be there for it.
Yeah. I just can't do television. I haven't even watched House of the Dragon.
Oh, I can't wait. Season
Oh.
finale is this weekend. I'm watching.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, but I don't have time. I have a website to run. Matthew Hammond for $4.99. Why would you create promotional material and copyright claim everything? Isn't the idea of promotional material to get it to the widest possible audience? Yes,
It is. It was one of our live streams was we got the red, which is we make no money because we showed the trailer in the background with no audio.
No audio.
My Body Problem. Remember, it was on IMDb. My Body Problem trailer was playing like on the page, on the IMDb page, and then that whole stream was claimed.
Yeah.
So
we appealed it, and no, Netflix wants their money for not even playing the trailer.
Yeah. So F them. We won't play Netflix trailers. F them. All right, Alan. Let's pivot. We got Skeleton Crew. First images. Are you going to put that up on the screen?
I can.
That was a news story that you added to the document.
If I have a
link. You're all prepped, right?
Oh, it's amazing how some things you have already prepped.
You put it in the planning document, and then
I'm sorry. Define you.
No, I had nothing to do with that.
I had nothing to do with it either. I didn't put it there.
Wait, all right, here it is. Wait a sec.
I have it already.
No, I have it. I'll share it.
You know, there are other people who work on this show.
Well, you got just come on. All right, wait. I have a nitpick here. So when you made the headline for Deadpool and Wolverine box office, if you look up the title of the movie, it's Deadpool and Wolverine with an ampersand. You know what an ampersand is? It's an and symbol. That is the correct title of the movie. So when you make the headline at the bottom, look up and make sure that's the correct title. It's ampersand Wolverine.
Yep.
So I'm going to correct it on all of these. Correct. Accuracy matters. Please get it right. I'm going to correct it right now. Look, this is the correct title of the movie. If you Google it, it's in all the marketing and Wolverine. Don't you see? It's important, Alan.
Yes, I know.
This is why we're making so many mistakes on the show, right?
Yeah, I know. Because we should be at least 2,000 viewers by now, but
well,
damn ampersand.
Wow, I'm a tough coach. I'm a tough coach, man.
I will also say this. I think we are the most produced show on YouTube.
No, it's not. That. Look,
how many other shows have banners? How many other shows put up posters? And
all right, let's get our first tease look at Jude Law in this. This is from People magazine. We'll read through it. Jude Law teases childhood adventure and Star Wars Easter eggs in Skeleton Crew series. Let's get the first look. There he is, Jude Law, People magazine exclusive. Look at that.
He's so handsome.
Look at that.
That man hasn't aged.
Let's get right to the quote here. Can you read that, Alan?
No, I can't.
Can you read that now?
Okay, we'll try. When four kids make a mysterious discovery On their seemingly safe home planet, they get lost in a strange and dangerous galaxy, according to the show's official synopsis. Finding their way home, meeting unlikely allies and enemies will be a greater adventure than they ever imagined. Bum, 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 bum.
There's
keep
more to
going?
read.
In addition to Law, child actor Ravi Cabot Conyers, Wim, Kirana Crater, KB, Robert Timothy Smith Neal, and Ryan Kiara Armstrong as Fern will also star in the new series. Thank you for making me read that.
You've got, are they on training speeder bikes here?
So.
What is this?
Because you see the little kickstands to help.
Apparently that one alien on the left is the species of Sai Snoodles. It looks like Dumbo, an elephant boy on the left.
That's probably the Asian actor.
Right. Here's another image that is that Sai Snoodles. It looks like the Goonies. It looks very Disney to me. Very Disney. What do you think?
Well, I'm thinking this will just be a continuation of the quality that Disney Star Wars has been producing over the last several years. And I think it'll be right up there with what they've produced in the past. I just don't care. Honestly,
yeah, this coming off the heels of Acolyte, I could care less. And we will review every episode.
Yeah. And
that's what's going to happen.
Oh, dear God. And but okay, so here's the question. Because I feel about this the same about this show as I did initially with the Acolyte, that this show will come out and it will mean nothing and it will just exist.
Right.
Fortunately, with the Acolyte amazingly reached new depths of storytelling. And it's so profoundly awful that we had, we got mileage out of all 8 episodes. I don't feel like we're going to get it with this one.
Yeah, I think this is it's not going to break lore. It's not going to make us angry in terms of like changing so many things about it. I think it's not going to matter.
Yeah. But I think
really will not matter.
For the sake of the channel, I hope it does. I hope it breaks more lore. I mean, look, there's Easter eggs. I mean, what Disney Star Wars show has ever had Easter eggs? Except for all of them. Which one?
It's going to be, blue lightsaber. It's going to be Jangling Keys, the show.
Yeah. You think these kids will be bleeding in their lightsabers?
Yeah. I'm not excited. I think I think I'll watch it. I don't know if we'll review every episode, but we'll talk about it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, do we know who's behind it? Who's running this thing? Who's writing it?
There's more images here. It's the Size Noodles species, and then 3 kids, and one girl has a visor. It's got a visor like Geordie LaForge. So, yeah. See, they've got like little speeder bikes. Kids. It looks that they look cheap. Does that look like something from a kid's playground?
Looks better than the Acolyte. Okay,
yeah.
So it's created by John Watts, who brought us the good Spider-Mans.
Yeah, I'm just unimpressed, uninterested, don't care. But we will watch it here to discuss. So,
Star Wars.
Yeah, let's go to your comments here. Starting with
Star Wars. Yeah, Jacob Wolf for 199. Thoughts on Deadpool's use of frame-breaking 3D? Actually, 3D was really good. I
didn't see the 3D. So did you like it? Did it work?
I did. I mean, it was 3D 4DX.
Nice.
It was set up for 3D, especially that opening sequence when you have the titles going by and
the titles like floating in space.
Yeah. And then you have Deadpool in the Wolverine stance in front of the title, and then they pan around it. It looked pretty good.
Right. Cool.
But frame breaking, I don't remember it frame breaking. from Rumble, BMO Better for 5. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. John Thomas for 5. Chris, did you see the trailer for Spellbound, Netflix's animated movie Rachel Zegler?
I did not see it. I heard people complaining about it. I don't know that I'll watch that. But thank you.
Because I believe this is the first Lasseter movie.
Yes. Based on that, I'll go see it.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
Here we go.
And it'll be on Netflix. It won't be in theaters. CD Stein 69 just became a YouTube member. Hey, welcome aboard. It's been a while. And CD Stein also gifted 5 Film Threat memberships.
Hey, welcome new members. Join us on Discord. Watch the exclusive content on our channel.
Yes, and from MK Solid, I'd rather stare at my toilet ball than even look at another Disney Star Wars show.
Well, you can look at us staring at that bowl.
The toilet bowl, yeah.
That makes sense. Cool. All right. Did you want to talk about this, Alan?
I mean, I think I just did. But I honestly, we had a blast. This was a lot of fun. And oh my gosh. It's like they're looking for any excuse to shake your seat and squirt you with water.
Did you get rained on during the?
Yeah, we got rained on.
Raining.
Like I said, anytime there's blood splatter, which was always, you got squirted in the face. Be sure to bring a sweatshirt because the wind blows fast, blows hard.
So, what is your review for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Highly recommended. Highly recommended. If you've never done 4DX. Deadpool and Wolverine is the movie to see it. And I've seen plenty of movies on 4DX. And sometimes you walk away going, I just wasted my money. This is a must. And if not for the very final finale, the last moment in the movie, you will need to see a chiropractor after seeing Deadpool and Wolverine.
So is it good for my back pain or no?
No, it's not. You get thrown around. It is amazing.
Yeah. I love 4DX. They made an announcement. Ready for this? Twisters is coming back to theaters because Deadpool and Wolverine has pushed out Twisters, which is a perfect 4DX movie. It's a ride.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming back to theaters at the end of August for a run only for 4DX.
Yeah, and I didn't realize this.
Exciting.
I didn't realize it, but 4DX does employ wind machines.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But yeah, another weird news story on top of this, real quick. The Neon is offering free movie tickets to Longlegs for anyone born on the 14th of any month. So if you have an ID. I've got the press release. It's crazy. I just got this. It's anyone who has ID that says I was born on the 14th of any month, you get tickets to Longlegs. Crazy. You can can't find the website. I just got the press release. But
you know what that means though. If you're not born.
Oh, here it is. Oh, there's a code. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to share this right now because I have clarification. This is crazy offer. All right. I'm presenting this right now. If you use the code birthday14, you get 1 ticket to Longlegs. That's it. The code is birthday14.
Can I lie? Is that a possibility?
We'll put the link in the chat in the description here. This is crazy. I love it. I'm all about it. I'll put it in the comments.
You're not born on the 14th.
I know.
Okay.
But I identify as someone who's born on the 14th.
I know. I feel like this will deter people who were not born on the 14th.
No, we get releases all the time. A lot of his BS, but this is useful. So Anyone out there complaining about movie prices? Hey, birthday 14, the code will get you into Long Legs. Wink, wink. If you want to see Long Legs, wink, wink. Why did I just say that? All right, let's pivot. Let's pivot, folks, because we have a lot of films to review. Let's start with Harold and the Purple Crayon, because I have been dying to hear about what you think of it.
All right. I expect longer and I expect bigger. Longer, bigger. Long, bigger. Bigger. Longer, bigger.
Alan, Harold and the Purple Crayon is in theaters. It's based on the beloved series of children's books. I have seen the trailer more times than I care to count. I have absolutely no interest in this movie. Can you change my mind? And by the way, it was playing last night at the AMC Burbank 16. At the screening I popped my head into, there was one person in the theater. Now, this was an evening screening. This is a kid's film. Alan, tell us the story. No spoilers. Tell us the story, and what did you think of Harold and the Purple Crayon?
All right. So if you are a fan of Harold and the Purple Crayon, all your friends are back in this movie. There's Harold, there's Moose, there's Porcupine, and the movie opens with a nice animated treatment of the Harold books. And then there's the disembodied voice, the old man played by Alfred Molina. And at the end of the story, it ends the end. And now adult Harold in the book is wondering what's next. And apparently the old man just kind of disappears. And Harold wants to meet the old man in the real world because he lives in the real world. So he takes his crayon, draws a door, and that becomes a portal to the real world where Harold jumps through. And of course, he's followed by Moose and Porcupine, who miraculously turns human when they enter the portal there. Let's see. I'll just get the names real quick. Lil Ray Howie plays Moose, and Tanya Reynolds plays Porcupine. And so they're in the real world, and weirdly, Zach Levi plays this kind of man-child who experiences the world with brand new eyes. I don't know how he does it, how he's able to do it every time in every movie he's in, but he does that here. And he's looking for the old man in the real world. Along the way, he meets with Terry, played by Zooey Deschanel, and her son, Mel, played by Benjamin Bocani. And they become friends. Terry has problems with these two strange men befriending her son. But with that magic crayon, they're able to solve these problems. Meanwhile, there is Jermaine Clement, who plays Gary, the evil librarian, who wants to grab that crayon and create the world that he created in his fantasy fiction. And can Harold find the old man? Will Gary stop them? Will Gary use the crayon for bad? Go see Harold and the Purple Crayon to find out.
What is I saw the trailer. What's the tone of the movie? Is it just goofy? Like,
yeah, this is decidedly a kid's film. I'll say
not a kid. It's not a kid's film that works for adults.
Marginally. I mean,
like, I have no interest.
The word
you have not convinced me. You have not convinced me.
Okay, the word nipples is said in the movie.
A little interested.
Okay, Jermaine Clement plays Jermaine Clement. He's the evil guy. He tones it down a bit for kids, but he's there. Let's see. Unlike you, my theater was there was a full row of children, and thankfully, not a peep out of them, so I could concentrate on watching the movie. And I think that's kind of the tone set with this one. It tries to be a kids movie. It tries to be endearing. Adult. I mean, dear God. Midway through, about 20 minutes in, I'm like, I really want this movie to end. Bored out of my mind.
Seriously?
Yeah. Bored out
Oh
of my
my
mind.
god.
Look, there was a guy sitting a couple seats down from me. He was busting up, but he was the only one busting up, not the kids. You know,
More importantly, how
Mhm.
did the kids react who were watching the film?
Like I said, I didn't hear a peep out of them. I heard one laugh.
Were they on their phones?
No, no, these are kids. These are
Little
under
kids.
10. These are 10 and under. And there must have been at least 7 of them. And they were rambunctious before the movie started. And they were deathly quiet when the movie was playing. Look, here's the problem. Like the book, this is an extension of the book.
Okay.
Okay, like the book, the whole idea is imagination, using your imagination to not only solve problems but to inspire yourself as to what you want to be in the future. And that just that theme carries itself in the main story, except you don't really pick up on that until the very end when they talk about it. Because what Harold does essentially in the movie is, when faced with a problem, he pulls out the crayon, draws something to get out of that problem. There's also a bit of silliness and slapstick that goes on. There's a point where Terry works at kind of a Big Lots type store, and she needs to deal with Mel's potential expulsion from school. Long story short. And so Harold and Moose are tasked to take her part, or take her place at the store, and then all mayhem ensues.
Look, I could tell from the trailer I would not like this film.
Yeah, I don't.
Every time I saw the trailer, it was like, I'm gonna head to the bathroom. I'm good.
So my point there is the stakes are very low in this. There are not a lot of stakes. The other thing is, I had problems with why make Harold an adult? I mean, I think if you had kept Harold kind of a younger child or an older child, this movie would probably be more endearing than it was. And the other thing is, why do you make Moose and Porcupine human? Why do you turn them human? It would have, you know, there are decisions made in telling the story that just that lessens its impact. Just the fact that you have 3 adults starring in this movie, I don't know how that endears itself to children. I think kids want to see themselves holding that crayon, doing these things, and that's how you make the connection with it. And they didn't do it here. I do like the fact that they did play around with the logic of, you know, if you create something with a crayon, you know, does it disappear? How do you get rid of it? Because they create some pretty horrifying monsters in this one. You know, they kind of explain that. But overall, I think this is for me, it was a miss. For adults, it's a miss. And I think for children, you know, it'll be just one of those other movies that's thrown up on the shelf as, you know, as parents are looking for ways to pacify their children. Yeah, they'll probably grab this one at one point, but there's nothing remarkable about it.
This will be the movie that parents put on the TV and walk away.
Yeah.
And kids half pay attention to.
Yeah.
I
think they'll have to pay attention to this. I mean, look, it's safe. It's not woke. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Let's go. So do you recommend it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's go to comments here.
All right. From Wes Ray, we need a poll. Crayon or crayon?
All right. Atomic Lori is making a poll right now as we speak.
No, and spell it crayon, C-R-A-N. Or crayon.
Comments here.
All right, from Caveat Ties for $1. What would you draw if you had a purple crayon? I saw it as canyon. I was about to say canyon.
What would you draw, Alan?
What would I draw? Oh gosh. Sydney Sweeney, maybe?
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney, or I would just draw money. I would draw
money.
super chats.
Purple money's not gonna. You can't do anything with purple money. Gung Ho Mac, remember for 10 months. Not diverse enough. Harold should be trans and the crayon should be black. All right. Hertz Donut. Purple crayons are grape flavored. Confirmed. Try it yourself. Bill S. Preston, Esquire. Kids 10 and under have smartphones now. It's awful.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Z lost me at Crayon. I'm a big boy now. I keep saying Canyon, and I want to say Canyon every time I see it. I'm a big boy now. I used to get erasable mark. I get to use erasable markers now. Jacob Wolf, has Zach Levi ever led in a profitable film? Yes, the first Shazam. Lost in Technicolor. I love Jermaine. Remember when he was in Avatar 2 and not even being funny?
Yeah, it's true. He was in Avatar 2.
And he was actually good in Avatar 2.
He was good.
Brock Samsonite. I'm going to go see it just for Jermaine Clement. I love Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, Flight of the Conchords is great. That holds up.
Yeah, and the concerts are great too. He is good in this movie. He is the shining star of this movie, and he doesn't appear in it enough.
Yeah, well, yeah, I like him when he turns up in things. I really dig him. I think he's good. So I still won't see it. I still will not see it.
You don't need to see it.
I still will not see it. We're going to talk about Trap in a minute, but I'm going to give a quick review of Blackpink World Tour. Alan is going to find he's going to find something. Wait.
I wish everyone to have a very moist day. Is my prayer for the entire world. My prayer to you and to all.
I'm correcting the title. So there you go. It's all good, man. Hey, Blackpink's world tour concert film is in theaters in limited release. I am a fan. Listen to it's very, very catchy tunes. If you look at their music videos on YouTube, they get in the millions, like a billion views. There's one where they're on scooters. They're very, it's not just about the music, it's the performance. They're all very attractive women. I'm a Lisa fan. There's Jisoo. I love them. They're very much entertainers, and they do that thing where you're not going to believe this, Alan. I went to see BTS at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, why do I believe that?
Yeah, it did happen. And I would have seen Blackpink. Also, I did not get a chance to do that, but they are performers, and they do this thing that all Korean bands do. Like at the end of the concert, they give like a 20-minute talk, and they go like, "We just want to say we love you. We love our blinks. When we say black, you say blinks." Like they do this thing and they come out and say, "We just traveled the world. We just want to say we love you." It's a weird thing where at the concert, they take 20 minutes to thank the crowd and say goodbye after they performed. It seems all Korean bands, that's like a thing they do. I've seen their videos. I really like, I don't like much modern music, but they are sexy. They are fun. There's if you can watch, they have a reality show about them you can find on YouTube, but the crowd I was with dressed up. This was like at 3 p.m, and people were dressed up to go see this concert film in theaters. You can find, just search for it. You'll find screenings. I enjoyed it. I like the music. People brought these light things that when you go to a concert, they have these lights that turn on and they sync up like drones. I'm serious. So you buy these lights, you sync it, and the entire stadium is doing a light show based on lights that people who went to the concert paid $30 for. These 30, no, I think it's like $50 for these light things that sync up. It's an experience. It doesn't. No, I know. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Half the reason I like this band, the women are very attractive. Make no bones about it.
The guy who went to the BTS concert. Yes. Okay.
Yes, and I did not choose to do that. I was
Sure.
taken to the
Sure.
concert
Sure.
by someone who wanted to take me. But look, if you like this band, you will. It's any concert film. Here's the deal: if you like that band, you will like it. Is it a good concert film? Yes or no? But if you like if you don't like the band, you will not like this. Don't go see it. I happen to like them. I had a really good time. People in the crowd like clapped after every song. They half sang with some of the songs. It was fun. They had subtitles they did some songs all in Korean, some in part English and stuff. It was fun. I had a good time. So there you go. I recommend it if you're a fan. If you are a fan, and I happen to be.
I mean, you complain about me wasting my time on my off hours. I mean, not only did you see this movie, would you pay $30 for it? Or
it wasn't. It was whatever normal price.
Okay, it was like 20. Yeah, and then you talk about watching their reality show. I mean, where do you get all this time? That's what I want to know.
I actually went to see a different movie. This was playing. It was the right timing. It was right before, so I went to this.
Sure.
So
okay.
There you go. All right.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
I had a good time. Let's go to comments here. We'll start from the bottom.
Techniques. This is the gayest Chris has ever been. Amen.
True.
Mike MC Wong, vomit emoji. Razorburn, K-pop just makes me want to listen to Slayer.
Listen to there's another band from Japan called Baby Metal. If you like metal, Baby Metal, look them up. They're from Japan. It's 3 Asian girls singing metal. It's awesome. Baby Metal.
Just saying, I think Chris has a type. That's all. I'm a year boy. Okay, not into K-pop. Hard pass. Sang says Chris is Blink confirmed.
True.
Yeah. Bumpy Johnson sounds super gay. Bill S. President Esquire. You're not winning on this, Chris. I've never gotten to K-pop, but I do love J-pop, especially the girl bands.
See, there you go. One person on my side. Thanks, Bill. And the results of our poll.
Okay, so Crayon gets 88%. Crayon gets 11%.
You lose, Alan.
No, I win.
Did you win?
I did win.
Okay. All right, I believe you.
Because I speak English with an American accent.
King's English.
I don't know what you speak.
The King's English.
You speak Canadian English.
Yeah. All right.
Are you sorry you lost?
I'm sorry. Hey, let's get to the big film that we both saw.
Okay.
We are going to review
Speaking of concert films.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's get that up there. Now I know how Mo feels when Larry and Curly do something like.
Did you get anything? No. Oh, slacker. What's the idea of the 2 brushes?
I'm in a hurry.
Well, get going.
I'm Mo right now.
Yeah.
Alan, let's talk about M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. Tell us the story of Trap.
So firefighter Cooper, played by Josh Hartnett here, is taking his daughter to see to a concert of her favorite singer, Lady Raven. During this concert, Cooper notices that there's a heavy police and FBI presence at the arena in, you guessed it, what city? Philadelphia.
All right.
Yes, and so what they're doing is the cops and the FBI, they're looking for the serial killer, the Butcher. And guess what, Cooper? He's the Butcher. And so now he's stuck in a concert with his daughter, and he needs to escape. But he's tethered to his daughter, who will not leave the concert because she was waiting for this for a very long time. And she has nothing to do with his nonsense. So can the serial killer Cooper get out of this? Or will the police capture him, led by top profiler Dr. something, played by
Dr. Grant, played by Haley Mills.
By Haley Mills, who should have been in The Acolyte and not The Trap. That's a longer story, but Haley Mills is back. Thank you very much. And so can Cooper get out? Can he escape the police to go on killing other people? Find out when you watch Trap.
Yeah, well,
it's during a concert, and I believe the concert is performed by M. Night's niece, and I forgot her name as well. I have the wrong movie here. By her niece, Salika.
So there you go. I saw it with a packed audience, and I'll say the thing about this, like M. Night's movies are they're a gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Some are like amazing, and some are just, Sixth Sense, that holds up. Sixth Sense holds up.
Yeah.
I did not like Glass. I thought Glass sort of did not really work for me. But I also like the film Old. That was one of his that I think kind of worked. But there's always a twist. We won't get into what the twist is, but the thing is that the audience I saw it with, I'm sure this is true of her, Josh Hartnett is unhinged as Cooper. He's the smiling, like, beneath, he is a serial killer. He has someone trapped that is in a basement in one of his hideaway homes that he could kill with the press of a button on his phone. But he hasn't done it yet. So he's at the concert, is balancing like taking care of his daughter, but he keeps disappearing, trying to assess the situation. How is he going to escape this concert? The cops are interviewing every man that is exiting the concert. They're examining them, asking the questions. He is in a no-win situation. And
he's trapped.
Exactly. But I laughed more at this movie than at recent comedies. Like, his performance is so goofy. It really is just goofy and over the top.
I mean, he's acting like a serial killer wouldn't. Like, he's trying too hard.
Right.
To appear like he's into what his daughter wants.
Yeah,
he's trying so hard to be relatable to other people that it just comes off as suspicious.
Yeah, he's the uncool dad. Like she says, like the new word to say is crispy. So he tries to use it like, oh, this concert's really crispy. And it's like, Dad, so the relationship with him and his daughter is really sweet. He does care about her, which is weird because he's a serial killer with a family. And he's a firefighter, but likes to kill people.
I'll refer you to Dexter, by the way.
Well, they tried to go into the psychology of why he is that way. It doesn't quite really explain it to me, but the singer Lady Raven is like, what'd you say? It's M. Night's.
I believe it's his niece. I don't know that for sure. I don't think it's his daughter.
She's good when the concert's happening. I actually buy her as this big. Yeah. It's like a spectacle. I mean, they're in a giant 20,000 seat arena for about the first almost 2/3 of the film. But once it gets to the last third, which you don't see in the trailer, it goes off the rails. Suddenly this Lady Raven character takes more of a center stage, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mentioned in my review.
She's not great.
What I mentioned in the review is that, through the first two acts, Cooper is the protagonist.
Right.
And then in the second half, the protagonists change a few times.
Right.
And it, keep going and I'll expand on
that.
Yeah,
it's you're really with the film when you feel for his situation. And they do this really unsettling thing where Josh Hartnett looks right in the camera. He doesn't he doesn't make the eye line to a person. His eye line is to the audience. He's looking right at the audience. Yeah. And you got to give him credit. He's goofy and he went for it. So, I mean, there are we're not going to say what they are, but there are some dumb twists at the end. The movie at the end, the third act lost me. In other films where I thought it was clever, like Old, if you've seen Old,
Yeah.
I quite like Old, and obviously Sixth Sense. But this year, the twists are eye rolling.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
not great.
I'll say this. You know, I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, but I saw the trailer for Trap, and I thought this movie looked really cool. I was excited to see this movie, and unlike you, I gave up after the first act. The first act was really good because it was what the trailer promised. It was the setup. How is, you know, loving father doesn't want, daughter doesn't know that he's a serial killer. How is he going to get out of this situation? And I kind of like that idea of the, you know, you're looking at it from the villain's eyes here, where it really goes off the. And then you say twists. I'll say this because most people aren't going to see this after our review. I don't think there are any twists in it. It's a fairly straightforward cat and mouse movie. The difference with this cat and mouse movie is that when the cat and mouse antics occur, it's intercut with concert footage.
Right.
There's a lot of concert in this movie to the point of, again, I'm bored. I am now bored. And then, you know, once you get into the third act, the protagonist of the movie changes. Doesn't change once, it changes twice. And I'll just say it at that from there.
You follow other characters' journeys, and you're sort of off Cooper. But,
exactly. And look, this is not necessarily an M. Night movie. I think the idea behind it is an M. Night movie, but the execution, it's a cat and mouse movie. He's trying to escape, and you go from one scene to the next. You figure out, you know, he assesses the situation. He finds clever ways to get out of potential trouble that he's about to face. That's what this movie is. And then you have the daughter. Just the fact that he's tethered to his daughter makes it that much more interesting because there's a dynamic there you haven't seen played. But it does fall into one major trope, and that's the trope of man bad, woman good. You know, it's like, and there is girl bossing in this. It's very subtle girl bossing, but it happens. And then this use of social media to solve the crime has not been done well yet.
It got really ridiculous. I gotta say though, it's believe it or not, it's based on a real life police operation from the 1980s.
Oh yeah.
So it is based loosely on something that actually happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had a story about Comic-Con and the trafficking sting operation done there. You know, that's, you know, these are a haven for it. And you know, I do not like this movie at all. I gave it a 4. It's just a standard cat and mouse that barely finds a unique in. But the final execution, especially when the fact that, you know, again, there's girl bossing, it's not that women can't do this, but it's just like, it's just not written authentically enough to make it not feel cringeworthy.
Well, it's also like, I do like the spectacle in the first like 2/3 of like the whole thing taking place at a concert in progress. He's trying to get a t-shirt for his daughter. He kind of befriends the guy behind the t-shirt counter. He does all these things to basically throw them off the trail. I thought all that stuff was well executed. It's PG-13, so it's not particularly gory. You know, it's just borderline. And I laughed. I liked it a little better than you, but it's a bare recommend. Between maybe a 5. I'd say like a 5. If you like M. Night movies, take a chance. But this movie was an hour and 45 minutes. It should have been 90 minutes. That third act should have been a button, not go off in another direction. So it's too long. It's way too long. Should have been a tight 90-minute thriller. It would have been great. So a 5, but like, I can't recommend it, but it's like a 5 where it's like, well, if you think you would like it, go see it, but don't bother. So you give it what, a 4? I give it a
4.
5.
I can't recommend this movie.
I give it a 5 with a bare recommend, meaning, but the main thing is my main recommend is because of Josh Hartnett. His performance, you have to admit, Josh was funny.
Yes. So see the first 45 minutes and then you can walk out.
Yeah. And then escape from the movie theater. Just get up and walk out.
I mean, just okay, so there's an arc, and just as you hit the top of the arc and starts to go down, that's to me where it just falls off the rails and just becomes this is the point where the movie just becomes unwatchable for me. And I'll be honest, there are M. Night movies that people don't like that I personally like, and this is definitely not one of them.
Yeah, so a 5 from me, 4 from Alan. Barely recommend. I did have fun, mainly because the audience was packed. The theater I was in, nearly full except for the first 2 rows. I mean, it was every seat packed, and they I don't think I've laughed more at a movie this year. It was all like this uncomfortable laughter of Josh Hartnett. Hey, he's got that dark smile behind his eyes, you can tell, and it's really uncomfortable. He's looking right at you.
See, but that's the thing. I was not laughing at all in this movie. And Josh, I just felt like he overplayed it to the point where it's like, how do you not know this is the serial killer? Yeah. The way he's acting. It's one of those, when you try too hard to be affable and likable, that's when you know there's something suspicious, and for people not to catch on to that. But again, and the other thing is the wasted opportunity was Haley Mills. She's the profiler. She's supposed to be the best profiler in the world. I wanted to learn a little bit more about her perspective in terms of how she's planning on capturing this guy. There's a moment where she goes into a bit of exposition, and it just felt like word salad. It's like she was just saying things for the sake of saying things. And you don't get a sense of what her tactic really is to capture this guy. All it is, hey, talk to every man in the building, seal off everything, and every man who comes through, we need to examine this person. That's basically the extent of her knowledge and wisdom that we get to see in this movie. And I wanted more. Okay,
so very, very mixed to negative reviews from Alan and I, but you make the choice if you would enjoy Trap. Let's go to comments here.
Yeah, from Sons and Shadows for 2, A Frailty, a good twisty serial killer flick.
Alan,
I've not seen that one.
Alan,
what?
Breaking news.
Yes.
Check your email right now.
Okay.
Did you get an email?
I'm opening it now. I got lots of emails.
Look at the latest one.
Oh.
I have been approved as press credential for D23.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me.
So it looks like you probably did too. Oh my God. So we're going to D23. We will have reports.
Okay. I have not gotten.
I have not gotten credential. To share, you have been approved for media credential for D23.
All right, let me
August
check.
9th, 10th, and 11th.
Well, it looks like you're going.
If I did, then you did.
I don't.
You applied,
I didn't get
right?
Let me refresh here. I didn't get anything.
All right. Well, let's.
Wow, they must really hate me.
Well, can you blame them?
No, I got an email about the announcement of the Donald Duck board game. That's what I got from Disney.
Yeah. Well, I got press, so there you go.
All right.
If I have a +1, I'll take you.
You don't have a +1.
Well, just do you want me to? I'll forward you the email.
Yeah.
I'll forward it to you.
Okay. Wow. They must really hate me for some reason at Disney.
Well, you're my friend.
I know.
So there you go.
You don't get a +1 with the D23.
What do you mean I don't get?
You don't. I've never gotten a +1 with the D23.
You make me happy.
Let's keep going through these comments here. Sorry, folks, for the divert. That's big news.
Okay. For you, yes. From Benjamin for 5. Knight has made some stinkers, but I tend to agree with Quentin Tarantino when he says Unbreakable is one of the masterpieces of our time. Great movie.
Yeah, I agree. I like that film quite a bit. Back to the top here. We'll go here.
Yeah, so I'm just looking in case maybe.
Oh, good. Hey, we'll get to it.
I know. Damn you, Disney. I'm sorry. Wish was great. Is that what you want to hear? Wish is a great movie. Hold on. Let me get the.
Liar.
I love Wish. You guys did it perfectly. From Yorazuna, from member for 11 months. Thank you for your support. Saw Trap yesterday. Went in liking the premise, but with low expectations. I really liked it. Really good performances too.
See, that's what I mean. It's like I still had a good time at the movie, like mainly because the crowd was into it. So I respect that.
Maybe I demanded higher expectations or higher quality, and I didn't get it. Geek True 64. Someone needs to do a parody poster of Trap with Admiral Akbar.
I would watch that movie coming to Disney Plus.
Crap. Ron is wrong. Josh Hartnett. Oh my God. Josh Hartnett is back and has been aging like Paul Rudd. Still so cool. I'm dying here. Luke, the story of Frank at the Born Pink concert. Razor Burn. I assume Trap is not any better than Sixth Sense or Unbreakable. Yes.
No, this is low tier M Night.
Yeah.
Low tier, not high tier.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of like The Happening, actually. Sons and Shadows. I've been a fan since 31 Days of Night. Love hearing how he did here.
By the way, I really respect M. Night.
Mm-hmm.
His movies are indie movies. He self-finances his films and sells them to studios. These are low-budget movies. And God, I will see everything that he makes. I just will. I just really like him, and he does have a good cameo too. Alan, let's stay focused here, Alan.
Yeah, it still hasn't arrived.
Don't worry about it.
You're going.
Did you get my forward?
What? Yeah, I got your forward. That's how I know that I didn't get it because it would.
Let's keep going here. I'm sorry, I derailed this show. It's my fault.
All right, the Chicago box. My head hurts just thinking about this plot. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Bumpy Johnson, let me guess. The concert is a trap, and the singer is a Dexter-type killing the Dexter-type killing serial killers.
No, but close.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain is melting down right now. Mo Sislak for $9.99 is part of the problem that M. Night writes
clunky.
Oh, dear God. Clunky dialogue that doesn't mirror how normal people speak, or does that help Hartnett's performance as a serial killer?
What's weird is the dialogue is all really clunky. The dialogue is bad, but the delivery by Hartnett is so earnest and cringy in some stuff. I mean, in a good way, in a comedic way, that you love it because you know what's behind it. The first 2/3 of the movie is his POV. And you're right, Alan. When it's flawed when it switches his POV because then you don't care.
Yeah.
Suddenly we're with Lady Raven. It doesn't work. What?
Yeah. Spoilers, by the way.
That's not a spoiler.
It is a spoiler, but okay.
It's not a spoiler.
It's a spoiler. That's why I kept it under wraps.
It switches to different characters' POVs. Yeah. All right.
And from Rumble, caveat ties for $1. Thoughts on Lady in the Water? That's the one I have not seen.
God. Yeah, I saw that years ago and I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. All right, let's pivot here. We've got other films. You saw, which you want to do? Dr. Jekyll or Kneecap or?
Let's see. Sorry, we could do either. Let's do May the Menstrual Cycle Be With You Always.
You deliver that with such seriousness. I'm very impressed.
let's do Dr. Jekyll. Did you see it, by the way, or?
I did not, but I do like Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard is a comedian who I've seen in concert. I have actually seen him at the Hollywood Bowl. He is an unapologetic cross-dresser.
Transvestite.
Yes, transvestite. He just does that. He's always been like it. He owns it. His comedy, he talks about history and all this. He's a history buff. And I've always liked his comedy. I don't know where he is lately, but this is a dramatic role for him. What is it, Alan? Tell us about this.
Okay, so this is it's coming to Shudder. It's from Hammer Pictures, so it's a Hammer horror type thing. Movie is about a young man named Rob, played by Scott Chambers. He is recently out of prison. He has lost his daughter. The daughter is in kind of foster care. His girlfriend, the mother, is kind of a little bit cray-cray. And so Rob is out of prison. He's staying with his brother, looking for a job, but it's hard to find a job when you're a week out. But an opportunity comes up to work for Dr. Jekyll, played by Eddie Izzard. Dr. Nina Jekyll, by the way. So it's a twist because Dr. Jekyll's a woman in this movie. And so he goes to work for her. There's his boss is played by Lindsay Duncan, who's this kind of hard-nosed, by-the-book person. And all Rob has to do is do simple tasks around the mansion. He's going to live there. And the first one is to check out, make sure that all the surveillance cameras work. He goes throughout there. He gets halfway done and then has a delightful conversation with Dr. Jekyll. And basically says, hey, why don't you just shut off all the cameras, And he basically, they form this kind of bond where Dr. Jekyll kind of puts Rob into kind of mischievous situations. Turn off the cameras, go out, buy me some cereal, much to the dismay of his boss, who ultimately fires Rob, but then, because he likes him so much, because she likes him so much, Dr. Jekyll decides to keep him on board. But at night, strange things happen. He hears a lot of screaming. Find out that this is where we kind of enter the Dr. Jekyll Ms. Hyde storyline here, and that's kind of where this movie goes in that direction. There's a mystery. What's up with Dr. Jekyll, and can Rob figure out a way to get out of that situation or solve the problem? Look, I'll say this. One is, it goes very hard into the fact that Eddie Izzard is playing a woman in this. Dr. Jekyll
So wait a second. To be clear, Eddie Izzard is playing a woman or a transvestite?
He's playing a woman. In fact, there's a flashback where you see Dr. Jekyll as a teen and is very much a teen girl. So right away, you're kind of wrestling around with politics, with identity politics.
Yeah.
And that kind of pervades throughout the whole film because, it's never brought up. The issue is never brought up, but it's on many occasions it's made clear that Eddie Izzard is playing a woman, that Nina Jekyll is a woman and not a man, or not a trans woman.
Right.
So look, this has been Eddie Izzard's MO. I watched many of his concert films. I'm used to I'm used to the transvestite aspect, the trans aspect of it, but here he's playing full-on woman.
So are you a fan of his comedy?
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. Yeah, I've seen three of his concerts and I enjoyed them.
Sorry.
Yeah, he is very fashionable. I'll refrain from the other comment. Let's see. So here's the thing. Most of the horror kind of appears off camera. It's kind of implied. This movie, I want this movie to be scary. I want this movie to make me feel scared because I hate horror. I was not scared in the slightest at this movie.
Here's the big question.
Yeah.
Can Eddie Izzard act? Now, movies have a history of comedians who have transitioned, so to speak, to real actors. Robin Williams, Tom Hanks. I mean, there are many comedians who have become not just good, but great actors. Is this one of those performances?
Yeah. Okay. Eddie Izzard is Eddie Izzard in this movie.
Oh,
meaning,
really? Oh,
meaning,
okay.
Meaning the voice is Eddie Izzard. The tone. I mean, quite frankly, if he decided to play it as a man, now I'm gonna get canceled. If he decided to play it as a man, it probably would have been the exact same performance.
Why would you get canceled for saying that? You're critiquing his acting.
Well, again, because J.K. Rowling gets canceled for that stuff, and boy, I wish I had J.K.'s money.
I think, Alan, by the way, we are beyond getting canceled.
I know.
I think, you know what? How people feel about us? Apathy. They don't care.
Yeah.
Red Letter Media cares more about us than us getting canceled by whoever. I think they just come to accept, hey, we speak our minds. We don't care. We'll review Daily Wire movies and documentaries. We'll review movies on all ends of the spectrum. And we are common sense when it comes to reviews. And we don't like something just because you're supposed to like it. That's not what we do.
But I'm not going to D23. Can I have my John Campea moment for a moment? Or was it Christian Harloff? Is that the one? Okay. So look, it's I think we're different in the sense that it's not that big a deal to us. Whether he wanted to play it as a woman or as whatever, fine. But if you're going to make these choices, we have to say, did that choice play out?
Precisely.
Did it work?
Is it a good film worth seeing? No. Did you have an experience? Did the movie set an expectation and fulfill the expectation? Did it?
No, because this movie should be scary. This movie should be scary, and it's not. And it has nothing to do with, whether he's Nina or, whether he's a man or a woman in this. It has nothing to do with that. It's not a scary movie. It plays out like, like a very BBC type movie. It's more about, talking, being in situations, being in odd situations. It tries to be scary, but it's just not scary. Again, everything's off screen. I wanted much more of a thriller to this, and this is not anywhere near a thriller. And I can't recommend this. And just the fact that, the choice is made for Eddie Izzard to play the role as a woman, the only reason I would say it works is because I want to stay woke and I want to be, join the club, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. He's Eddie Izzard. She's Eddie Izzard. He's Eddie Izzard. They're Eddie Izzard. It's just the fact that, you watch this movie and you're just, wrestling with all this stuff. It becomes infuriating. It's just tell a damn story.
Do you recommend Dr. Jekyll?
No.
It's a pass from you.
It's a pass.
Let's go to comments here.
From Bill S. Preston, Esquire. Eddie Izzard is a great comedian, but I think he's now a she. And I feel like a lot of, I'm looking at her Wikipedia page, and it just seems like the times, modern times today has changed the narrative on Eddie Izzard from his past. And I'm just kind of concerned about that. Benjamin, he's also an Olympic boxer. I don't know. What does that mean? A Brock Samsonite. That's not a good twist. Dr. Jekyll is essentially a villain representing split personality disorder. I bet they're going to try and humanize the villain yet again. Fortunately, they don't do that. But you're right in that they should be a split personality movie. And weirdly enough, it's not. SP of the North. I feel bad for the woman who didn't get the role now. Or look, Eddie Izzard is a good actor. He doesn't, I'll say this, he doesn't phone this one in. He put a lot of effort into it. I just didn't appreciate it or buy it. CD Sign 69, he's himself in every other role he's ever done. Yeah, that's the thing is, because I went to go on the Wikipedia page of Eddie Izzard to see what the current situation is, and all the pronouns in it have been turn to she.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Go party time. Alan should go as Chris to D23. I get the feeling they. Do you think if I showed up, they'd know who I am?
I think you should show up, and here's what I do. Do you want my straight advice?
Your straight advice, yes.
My no BS advice. My straight to just show up like you have credentials.
Uh-huh.
And just say, what are you talking about? Like, just here's what I do. I shouldn't even give this away. I should not give this away, but I will. Here's what I do in situations where I want to, advance something or get in somewhere I shouldn't be or whatnot. I act stupid. And I am nice to everyone. And I don't want to inconvenience anyone. And I'm very sorry. And there was some mistake, or was it this email, or did you send to this? No, here's me, my ID, whatever. I act dumb, and I get into so many things or get so many opportunities by just being stupid. It's stupid and nice. Now, I know you can get, I actually think you'd be good at both.
No, I can't.
Stupid and nice.
I can't act stupid. I can act nice, but look at stupid. This face doesn't scream stupid.
Yeah, just Razorburn, Alan, just grab a ladder and walk into D23. Use a drone to scope it out first.
Yeah, I should do that.
You should do that.
Yeah, don't forget, the panels are at night at the Honda Center. The presentations are at night at the Honda Center.
Here's what I'm going to give. Here's what you do. I forwarded mine, email the thing, like, hey, my colleague Chris Gore was credentialed. I would like to check on my credentials, blah, 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 blah. We are both covering D23. I have yet to get my confirmation email, but I'm going to guess it's coming anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, because they usually at least tell you didn't get it.
No, wouldn't tell you that. They just wouldn't tell you.
No, I've gotten plenty of letters saying you're not credentialed.
All right, I'm gonna have a quick break, Alan.
Okay,
and we have a lot more reviews. We got
do.
3 more reviews. We will get to them. I'll be right back. So, entertain people with.
Entertain people.
I'll be right back.
You fuck that bitch.
Okay, here, Lori, if you could help star some, that would be great. I meant to say it before the video came up. All right. Here we go. From David S. Alan looks too Asian. He doesn't look B Asian or C Asian enough to play stupid. That's right. That's what I say. That's the power of the white man, says Ron is wrong. We're just going to go all over all the positive Asian things. John Thomas, Asian equals smart. That's right. And then Bootzilla says, just say I'm Alan frickin' Ing. Yes. All right. Thanks, Lori. Keep them coming. Let's see. Hey, Davina Duckworth. Alan's instant stand-up act ensues. There we go. Razorburn, entertain us, Alan. Dance monkey dance. Yes, that's exactly how I'm feeling right now. From Nick Brown.
First of all, wait. Let me say something. Alan does improv at the National Comedy Theater in San Diego, very prestigious place. And I walk away for a minute and he can't fill time. Like if we were doing a show, well, I walk away, then you fill the time. I guarantee I have no problem with it. You can walk away and I'll keep the show rolling.
Yeah.
Thanks. Try it.
By the way, I'm performing at the National Comedy Theater this weekend, tomorrow 7:30, And as Davina Duckworth says, quick improv time. So let's yuck it up as we yuck our yums. All right. From Oliver Lovery Frag for £2, Alan, turn up at D23 and say Alan Ing D files. All right. Chris, you back? You just do
Alan sent a private message to Atomic Lori and said, "Get me some chats!" Exclamation point.
I know, because I'm trying to tell her that you play a
Dude,
video
like,
over me.
Hey, if I walk away for a minute, you should be able to keep it rolling.
I did.
Come on,
I was
man.
reading chats. I was reading chats. Oh my gosh. I miss Alan's corner. Yeah. Quick improv time. Yeah. Dance monkey. Whoops. Okay. I probably unstarted a bunch of stuff here. And of course, Beersaurus Rex, member for 23 months. Your credential to us, Alan. Oh, thanks. Thank you. And Thomas Pickett, give us a noun and a verb. Oh, I hate those. I hate those suggestions. By the way, did you notice my daughter sent me something? All right, there. I have the full real BBC lineup right up there.
You got those?
I did.
I'm not into big plushie.
Yeah. Oh man, they come in these really nice bags. I feel like I could have paid for these cheaper had they not put them in those bags. All right. Let's move on to our next film.
I agree.
Okay.
Let's do it, Alan.
Do you want to do yours?
Sure. Let's do this one, The Duel.
Okay.
So, hang on. Sorry. Hey, here we go.
All right.
When best friends, Colin, when Woody, wait, sorry, let me start that again. I'm reading the character names right. When Woody finds out his best friend has been sleeping with his girlfriend, he challenges his best friend to a duel. So Colin is at odds with Woody. The only way he sees to resolve it is with an old-fashioned duel from like the 1800s. In response, he burned the surfboard that his dying father made for him. Enough is enough. They are now going to have a duel over the love of his girlfriend. They go to Patrick Warburton, who is well versed in the rules of duels, like the weapons, all the pomp and circumstance. You have your other friends that are your seconds if you're not going to engage in the duel, and a drug kingpin from Mexico finds out about this somehow, invites them to his mansion to stay the night, and wants to witness the duel at a posh party. So the entire thing escalates from a fight over a girl into a full-on duel, and neither is backing down. They could back down with an apology, could be an apology there, and it escalates. Suddenly, the girl in question, Abby, played by Rachel Matthews, is kidnapped, brought to Mexico, and is there. They're all dressed in formal wear, tuxes and like they're dressed like it's the 1800s. So the drug kingpin has turned it into a big posh event over this fight between two friends. It's a dark comedy that works sometimes. I think it goes a little over the top. I think the running time was a little long. Like I didn't know sometimes is this serious, because at times it seems ridiculous, and then out of the blue someone will get killed. Not the characters, not talking about them, other people. So I'm mixed on this movie. I mean, I genuinely like the premise. I think was fine. It was like really interesting, like taking like a modern fight between two friends and like the only way to solve this is a duel.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The duel implies that death is on the line.
It
Is that the tone of the movie?
no, 100%. They have guns. They could like choose from swords, knives, and they go with these old muskets. Pistols.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, those are the elements of the story, but deep down, is the tone deadly serious in the sense of one of these guys could die and that has repercussions?
Yes.
Or is it a yuck type comedy?
No.
Okay.
It is. That's what's weird is it's mixed in tone of like, that's comedy here and goofy and funny dialogue, whatever. And it's building up to an absolute, they're going to try to kill each other.
Yeah. One will walk away and the other won't.
Hey, it's 10 paces, turn and shoot. And the thing that I thought was really interesting was the going through the rules. Patrick Warburton's character is well versed in the rules. Like he goes into it of like, you can do this. His name is Christoph, and he's like a collector historian and knows all the rules of old school duels and this place of business. He sells antiquities, but also knows all of these rules, goes with them to Mexico to pull this off. So I was really, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's worth seeing. Like it's it has its moments. And I think the characters and the performances were actually pretty good. Patrick Warburton is good. And the guy who plays the drug dealer is unhinged. Ronald Gutman as Rudolfo. He's the drug kingpin. He was very good in the film. It's just, I don't know if that mix really works. Like I think someone like David Lynch can do like dark comedy really well. And this I felt was a little too goofy and then like deadly serious, where there are high stakes. So, and in some ways it's kind of a bromance. Like they have these 4 best friends and their friendships are ripped apart by this act of cheating. So yeah, I was kind of mixed, but also I liked aspects of it. So I give it a very mild recommendation.
Okay.
But it's a really funny concept. But I felt it didn't really commit to one tone. It was trying to be a little bit of both goofy and dead serious. It did not meld well for me. So there you go.
But what it sounds like is for an indie film, this is actually a pretty good movie.
Not bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to comments here.
Yes, from Gung Ho Mac. So basically, John Wick 4. Exactly.
It had, like not as much killing, but yeah.
No, the final duel scene in John Wick 4.
Yes.
All right, from Razorburn, go watch the 70 horrors film The Duel with Steven Spielberg directing. Much better.
I think that might just be Duel, not
yeah.
The
It is. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Glenn, but I want to get that Steven Spielberg interview I did on the interview channel. But we talked about Duel.
Yeah.
Thomas Pickett, does it end they team up and go after the cheating girlfriend?
Oh, that would be a spoiler.
Okay.
I won't say.
Ron is wrong. Thunderdome, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. And Ron also says, death by Red Cup Beer Pong. Death by Red Solo Cup. All right.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything.
Okay, don't.
But there you go. Your mileage may vary, but if you're looking for something indie, I would recommend it. Let's talk about Kneecap, which I didn't see.
Okay, which I did. This was the last movie of the night for me.
Alan, tell me about Kneecap.
Yeah, I wrestle with this one. Again, this is the last movie I saw last night. It was started at 10 o'clock and ended around 12:30. Well, actually, almost at 1 o'clock, I was out. But if you don't know, Kneecap is actually a band. It's an Irish hip hop band, and this is their story. So there's a bit of setup here, but in Ireland of recent, there's the language, the Irish language, Gaelic, and the people of Ireland have decided that they are going to re-embrace the real Irish, the Irish language, and so there's kind of this battle between the Irish, the Northern Irish, and the colonizers, the British, because the British want everyone to speak English, and the Irish want to say, "Hey, we want to speak our language. We want to keep our culture." And so there's this fight in the Parliament and the government to enact the Irish Language Act, which allows the existence of the Irish language as an official language, as a recognized language in Ireland. And that's kind of the subtext of this movie. But what it really is about are these two boys who are just kind of druggies. They're drug dealers. One, their father is one of the leaders of the Irish resistance who died or disappeared years ago, but is really alive. And so this is their story of how they got together. And so what happens is that, these kids are kind of caught in between this world of politics and just wanting to live. And by wanting to live is they want to do drugs and party all the time. And what they do during their off time is they'll write about life in Ireland and this resistance. And the third member of this group is actually their teacher from high school, I should say it's a high school teacher who acts as an interpreter when one of them is in prison or is arrested. He's arrested. He only speaks Irish, so they need an interpreter to be the go-between. He reads the book, realizes that the words they write in these notebooks are actually poetry. And being the music teacher, he decides that he's going to put these lyrics to music, to hip-hop music. And they become the band Kneecap. And this is the story of their struggle, not only to become a band, but to also protect, they're also at war with the radical Republicans against drugs who want to kill them because they are drug dealers. And also they have to deal with the government who wants them to speak English only. And weirdly enough, this movie is true. I know I'm butchering this description, but this movie is so dense. And I will say, late at night, it was very difficult for me to watch the movie because the accents are really heavy.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, which really made me want to see the movie.
Yeah.
Like I'm also part Irish. So I wanted to see it. The schedule didn't work out for me, but I'm glad you saw it.
Yeah. And Michael Fassbender is in it. He's really good. It is heavy Irish, but there are subtitles. And they fly by fast. I will say this. What I love about this movie is the music. It is the Irish hip hop. And this is Irish hip hop. There's a point where, the way they're setting up this movie is that it's kind of they are the black people of Europe, of the United Kingdom. And the British are the colonizers of Ireland. They what is it? Oh, they speak of at the end they talk about being indigenous, that this is the indigenous language and that they're losing it. There's elements of that. There's also a point where they're trying to get drugs, prescription drugs from therapists. And so they go on rants during their therapy sessions about generational trauma. Look, before you criticize it, it's all done tongue in cheek. This is more of a comedy than anything. It's a true story. But it's a tough one to get through. At least for me. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you're part Irish. I'm as far from Ireland and the European woes as you can possibly get.
Yeah.
To the point where, when the Princess Diana movie came out, I was like, this is a white person movie. This has something. That's kind of how I felt about this one. It's I love the music. It gets really ballsy at times. There's some amazing nudity in it. So I would say I enjoyed it more than I didn't enjoy it, and it was, for me, it was work to get through the movie, and I'm glad in the end I did. So I would give it a mild recommendation.
So mild recommendation,
But I think you would like it a lot more than I would.
I did like the trailer when I saw it. It's got an energy that seemed fun, but So all right, I will check it out when it comes to streaming. Sure.
And the stars of the movie are the real life Kneecap. So this is their story, and they tell it in a very satirical way. And Michael Fassbender, God love him. I love the fact that he's in this movie and he gives it his all.
Let's go to comments here.
Okay. Ron is wrong. Irishman being Irishman? Yeah. Goober, do they say a ting a lot? No. Let's see. Nerd Far Away. I like Gaelic. I even chose a Gaelic name for myself.
Nice.
Nerd Far Away. Bill S. Preston Esquire. Ireland is the Republic of Ireland, which is its own country. Northern Ireland is a territory within the United Kingdom. Yeah, again, white people problems.
What are you talking about?
It's like I'm so far removed from Europe that I deal with your stuff the way you want.
All right, let's talk about our last film of the day, a film I saw that you did not.
Yes.
Which is fine. Wait, I'm going to break it up with something here. Right here. No.
Prepare her for our pleasure.
Man and Witch, The Dance of a Thousand Steps is in theaters in limited release. It is produced and starring the husband and wife team. The wife in the situation was the young empress princess in the Never-Ending Story. She is now an adult Tammy Stronach. She is the childlike empress in Never-Ending Story, a beloved 80s fantasy film. And this movie, Man and Witch, is kind of based on fantasy films of the 80s, literally trying to capture that magic. The screening I saw had a little 10-minute opener where it discussed the behind the scenes of it. They wanted everything from the poster to the look of the film to feel like 80s, in the vein of movies like Princess Bride or, Krull, whatnot, those 80s fantasy films. And they pull it off. They used the film you would normally use. They have a whole group of talking animals, a dog, a goat, and a duck. And those were brought to life literally by Henson Studios. One of the head puppeteers of Henson Studios came in and they matched this. So they have a real duck, dog, and a goat in the movie. But for the scenes where they talk, they don't use digital effects. They use puppets. And they are lifelike. They're very real. So it's a simple story of a man that is tasked with a group of challenges, of course, failing at every turn. And the final challenge involves doing a dance of 1,000 different moves that must be done exact and not repeated. That is what it's built up to. He really just, in the end, wants to find love and a wife. I found it really cheesy. I do love the story, the idea behind that this woman was the young empress from Never-Ending Story and wanted to capture that. I mean, look, if you just look at the poster, it's like an 80s fantasy film fairy tale. This is very much for little kids. I think a lot of some of those movies like Princess Bride is so good. It's a classic that has survived to today that works on two levels for kids and adults. Makes the mistake of really making it only for little kids. A lot of the humor is very cheesy. It's very much made to appeal to. I was struggling to find like come on, there's stuff for adults here too, and the humor is very very like based at like single digit age. Now they achieve that, and they kudos to them for most of the effects are like old practical effects. Good job. So I give them kudos for that. Didn't really work for me. You know, I give it a very, very mild recommendation. But really, this is a children's film, not a movie that works for kids and adults. So, but I admire the effort. Independent movie, independently produced, husband and wife team, pulled it off, went for it. They decided we're going to make an 80s movie authentically, and they did. Just I was hoping more that it would work on the level for adults. So that's my review. No spoiler review.
Do you feel like the story just wasn't deep enough, or wasn't?
Yes, and also I just think it didn't work for adults. For kids, for sure. But even then, it might be like a little long or a little whatever. I thought the production quality was a little low in some instances. I felt like it needed more expanse. They could have used more digital effects, pump it up. The puppets were the best part because they were so like, whoa, they really use like they match a dog, and then the dog is talking, and then the dog is running. That's the dog. And then they have a puppet, a version of the dog that looks just like the dog, you know, talking like a Henson puppet. So great job on that stuff. So, and the poster, all the music, sort of fanciful feel, but it needed to appeal as much to adults. And on that, it fell short. So there you go. There's my review.
You just kind of.
I can't wait for your review, Alan, on the website.
All right. Well, get in line. That's all I could say. I do have the screener, so I should be able to see it this weekend.
Okay, let's go to comments here.
All right, from Benjamin for 5. Over half of the year is already over. What are your guys' favorite film of 2024 so far?
Wow, that will be tough because I barely have any.
I know.
I think a couple horror films are up there, like Long Legs, and we'll see other stuff's coming out that I hear is very good. I Speak No Evil is very good with James McAvoy. I like In a Violent Nature is my other favorite horror film of the year. In terms of drama, we haven't seen it yet. I liked Touch. The movie Touch was fantastic. We'll see if that, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
you need to see Touch, Alan. You probably
I did see Touch. We talked about Touch.
Oh, right. It may be a contender end of the year for foreign film. So Touch was good. Deadpool and Wolverine in terms of blockbusters, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine, I've seen it 3.5 times so far. We'll probably see it one more time. Daddy-O is the one that comes to mind right now.
Daddy-O, I think up there.
Yeah.
But those are some favorites. It's really tough. I feel like they load up the better movies at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So starting in September, October, we're going to get the big movies, for Oscar consideration.
Yeah.
But right now, In a Violent Nature is very good.
So it's interesting to me that Dune 2 is not coming to mind for you.
Dune Part 2. Oh my God, I forgot it came out. Dune Part 2, yes.
Okay.
Dune Part 2, Deadpool Wolverine, Touch, In a Violent Nature, Long Legs maybe. Yeah, Touch I'll see again. Dude, I got I was breaking up during touch.
Yeah.
Like
You were
I
touched
mean,
by touch.
yeah, I was touched by touch. At
Yeah.
coffee table, yes,
Oh man, no.
yes,
No.
yes.
No. Look, I'm not gonna pull a Babylon and put it on my worst list, but no, coffee table is not on my list.
More comments.
All right, John Thomas 20. That sounds like Boondock Saints with Billy Connolly.
Was that talking about Kneecap?
Yeah, Kneecap. Yeah, I mean it's much more modern. Although weirdly enough, I thought this movie took place like decades ago until cell phones started coming out. And it's like, okay, when does this movie take place? And apparently the band formed in like 2013, around that time.
Thank you for that generous super chat, John.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, The Gartha Knight Returns, Disney-esque direct-to-video poster.
Yeah, look, it checks all the boxes. I wanted it to be smarter.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be smarter.
SP of the North, does it come on VHS?
It looks like a VHS box art, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No, but it'll be out on VOD.
Yeah, Sons and Shadows. Is it a dance-off?
It's a dance off. Yeah, that's the end. It's a dance thing.
So were you impressed by the 1,000 steps? Was the dancing good?
It's fun. It's ridiculous. It's meant to be ridiculous.
Okay.
Wait, let me say this one.
Okay.
From Benjamin. Inconceivable. From like Wallace Shawn saying inconceivable. Yes, that inconceivable. That sort of slurring. I can do that well.
Yes, I know. I was trying to come up with a good joke for that, and you beat me to it.
Exactly.
Right. Mark Clement, any Arctic's drowning scenes in Man and Witch?
Arctic's drowning scenes? No. Yeah, but you see the poster, what you see is what you get. So watch it with kids.
Yeah.
And it's very whimsical is the word, whimsical, and practical effects. So I really give them credit for that. So but that's it for us today. We will be back with Versus on Monday. Hollywood on the Rocks. We are seeing Alien Romulus on Monday, August 12th. We will have an early review of Alien Romulus that Wednesday. I will be at D23
next week.
Next weekend, I will be at D23. Alan will be trying to sneak into D23.
Are you going to do what I did last time and do the show from the floor?
I will do a live stream from the floor. I will do videos for our members only. I will cover the panels. And we'll have coverage. Check your email, Alan.
I did. Nothing.
And remember, from Lord Thoth, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Sign up as a member. Join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. Buy our merch. Shop.filmthread.com. Hey, last minute super chat here from John Thomas.
John Thomas for 10. The artist was the artist that used to do most of the classic art movie posters. He persists and overcomes, not fails. He seeks the princess, but chooses the witch instead.
Yeah, I just think it's for little kids, the movie. And by the way, yes, the opening, they had like a 10-minute behind the scenes. The artist who did the poster also did the poster for Neverending Story. He's done over 2,000 posters. So John probably saw it in a theater like I did. There was a little intro, and it was like, I was like, oh, I'm sold. And then it underwhelmed. But, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's, they went for it. They achieved it. But yeah, the guy did over 2,000 posters, including the Neverending Story poster. It's very good. So, and thanks to our mods, Lord Thoth, Chicago Box, Atomic Glory, Glenn Nuccio, our producer. And I want to thank Alan for being such a good sport after not getting into D23.
Yes, and I want to thank Chris for not rubbing it in. And quite frankly, I'm glad I'm not going to D23.
That's not determined. Hey, have a great weekend, everyone. Go to the movies. You can see Deadpool again or see one of the films we talked about. You know, your mileage may vary. And just thank you for all the support. We are closing in on 169,000. Alan's goal.
Yes. 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 Yes.
You doing an 8 this weekend? I'm gonna be at I will be going to the Valley Film Fest, valleyfilmfest.com in NoHo. There it is, big lineup of indie movies there. There's I circled a couple here, one on Sunday at 9 p.m. Thank you, Chris Wakefield. So valleyfilmfest.com. My friend Tracy puts on this festival. Go to valleyfilmfest.com. Follow them. Alan, what are you up to?
Let's see. I'm at the National Comedy Theater tomorrow night, 7:30 in San Diego, nationalcomedy.com. Also, we are 2,000 subscribers away from overtaking a critic who likes to troll me a lot. So,
ooh, yes, we gotta, yes.
Unfortunately, go ahead.
We gotta beat Movie Bomb.
Yep, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Okay, so sub if you are not sub to the channel. Alan,
let's get out of here.
Later.